Let's take a look at 7 unique discoveries that were hidden from the general public. What would our world be like if it weren't for the eternal struggle between official science and human ingenuity? Starlight is a material that can withstand exposure to extremely high temperatures, over 10,000 degrees. Once again, not 10, but 10,000. The creator of this amazing composite is an amateur inventor from Yorkshire, Maurice Yord. The unique invention was featured on the television show Tomorrow's World in March 1990. To demonstrate the capabilities of the material, the host coated one chicken egg with a layer of Starlight, while leaving the other unchanged. Both eggs were exposed to the heat of an acetylene torch, and the shell without thermal protection melted instantly. The viewers were amazed when, after 5 minutes of heating, the egg coated with the composite remained whole and unharmed. The host broke it, and it turned out to be completely raw. Thus, the heat-resistant compound, which even surpassed quartz aerogel in its properties, consists of 21 ingredients. The technology was simply destined for worldwide fame. It could have been put into mass production, but in 2011, the inventor took with him to the grave the secret of creating Starlight, Paul Bauman's generator. Let's go to the Swiss commune of Linden to visit a community of 250 people. By the way, since 1980, it has been generating its own energy without any fuel. We present to you the electrostatic generators T-Statica, designed by watchmaker Paul Bauman almost 35 years ago. 4 of these miracle machines generate power. This is quite enough to supply residential houses, the local film industry, the television center, the laboratory, the furniture factory, workshops, as well as the buildings of utility services. The device is based on the principle of the Wimshurst generator and consists mainly of disks that rotate using the forces of electrostatic interaction. The Miracle Station's main secret is the contents of their 2 grid capacitors. Without them, the system will not function properly. Gasoline for pennies. A unique technology for producing fuel from ordinary waste was developed by a group of Russian scientists in 2012. The installation is capable of converting almost anything, plastic, wood, paper, food waste, into a gasoline analog in volume sufficient to heat a multi-story building.
Good news for drivers. Tomsk scientists can now turn garbage into gasoline for only 4 kopecks per liter. Our correspondent Artyom Shishnev saw with his own eyes that this is not just a publicity stunt.
With the press of a button, the pile of garbage disappears into the depths of the machine. There it is shredded and oxidized. Then a special reactor synthesizes gasoline molecules from the resulting carbon and hydrogen compounds. The scientists demonstrate clearly that this is indeed fuel. Subtitle Editor A. The installation can make up to 200 liters of fuel per hour, and it doesn't have to be gasoline. Developers say it depends on our desire.
Right here we can change the parameters and start producing heavier fuel like diesel, kerosene, even aviation kerosene, any kind. If we need to get other elements like alcohols or acetones, we can do that too. This can all be done with only minor modifications.
The cost price of the produced fuel is fantastic, just 4 kopecks per liter. After all, even electricity is only needed during startup. After that, the unit supplies itself with power. For this, it includes an energy generation module. Installing such a unit in a residential building enables a closed cycle to convert all waste into heat and electricity.
Such a shaitan machine, if it goes into mass production, will rid humanity of the eternal problem of giant garbage dumps and floating islands of household waste in the ocean. Here is the way to save nature and all of humanity from the garbage apocalypse. Go ahead, use it. However, creating a rational, eco-friendly, and economical society is not part of the plans of the global elite. The image of humanity as a global parasite has long been hammered into our heads. This is done in order to legitimize the global policy of gradual but radical reduction of the Earth's population. Energy transfer via ultra-thin wire. A few years ago, Russian scientists made a real revolution in physics. They developed a single wire system for transmitting electric power. The wire has a cross-sectional diameter of just 8 microns. That's 10 times thinner than a human hair. Scientists have demonstrated how a thread like this, almost invisible to the naked eye, can transmit a current of 25 kilowatts. Such a wire is capable of supplying electricity at 2 to 3 kilowatts, or a medium-sized store. Here's an interesting point. This invention works against Ohm's law. The benefits of implementing the miracle wire are obvious. Power transmission losses are practically zero. There's no need to use tons of metal to make thick multi-core wires. You can do away with numerous transformer substations. However, energy specialists act as if nothing special has happened and do their best to ignore it. The extremely useful development, star batteries, is an invention from 2003. A special panel collects sunlight in all available ranges, even at night. For comparison, a regular AA battery can have an average capacity of 1 ampere hour, while the so-called star battery has 10,000 ampere hours. The developers of the Miracle battery promised to launch it into mass production back in 2005, but they're still launching it. But that's still far from the full list of humanity's unrealized inventions. The Hutchinson anti-gravity effect. In 1979, Canadian researcher John Hutchinson, as a result of experiments with Tesla's longitudinal fields, discovered an interesting series of effects. While high-voltage sources are operating, most often Van de Graaff generators and 2 or more Tesla coils, a zone forms in which objects either begin to levitate or melt if they are made of metal or wood. Entrepreneurs and government agencies became interested in Hutchinson's wonders, especially the military and research laboratories in the United States. We conducted about 750 presentations of levitational translational motion, said Hutchinson himself. Samples of metals crumbled and turned into new, unknown metals. Some incomprehensible effects were observed. Other objects became embedded in the metal. Monopole magnetic fields are like Pandora's box in terms of their impact on the scientific community. So what? And how did this very community react? They declared John Hutchinson insane. Cold nuclear fusion. What is needed to initiate cold fusion? A flask of water, 2 electrodes, and we have a ready-made power plant in front of us. However, the water must be heavy water, deuterium, not ordinary water. The electrodes must be made of a special alloy, with current passing through them. For more on the technology and Russian scientist Filimonenko, see our previous video. But now, it's not about the technical part, but about the implementation. At the end of the 1980s, by order of George Bush Sr., an international group of experts was created to study cold fusion. The commission very quickly delivered its verdict. The idea is erroneous and not subject to government funding. In addition, a complete ban was imposed on patenting any inventions that even simply mention cold fusion. Interestingly, in the Soviet Union, the scientific community also turned against this promising technology. A similar commission, headed by academician Krugliakov, which also included Nobel laureate Ginzburg, repeated the conclusions of the capitalist scientists. Cold fusion is pseudoscience. Could it be that the reason is that the introduction of cold fusion technology would cause the global energy market to collapse? Some scientists, as well as amateur researchers, are in no hurry to publicize their super useful invention, realizing that they would have to go against the scientific mainstream. In the comments, people often write that they are required to post all their developments on the internet. But maybe the point is that we are simply forbidden to become creators? First of all, useful inventions make life cheaper, and the main goal of the global system is to maximize profit by any means. Secondly, once freed from slave labor, a person will raise his head and realize that he has a master. And from there, it's not far to start asking on what grounds this master has control over your life. Third, the technological gap between the elite and the masses is crucial, as it enables the consolidation of global domination. What technologies do the powerful of this world already possess? Could the gap be as wide as that between African Aborigines and cosmonauts? And what should we do about all this? How can we fight the destruction and suppression of unique technologies? How can we develop a method for implementing them in the context of an information war? We invite you to discuss these and other questions on this topic in the comments. While you are processing the information you've received and thinking about what to do, we recommend you rate this video. If you haven't subscribed to Cremola yet, be sure to do so. That's all for today. See you soon.